What initially drew you to law and then getting to the point of representing some of these high-profile people?
In 2005, making a long story very short, I have two brothers. My adopted brother was accused of a crime that he absolutely did not commit. He was threatened with 125 years of incarceration. He wound up being forced into taking a plea. He's a paranoid schizophrenic, didn't have meaningful counsel. They held him for 3 days without food, without water. They forced a confession from him illegally. And before I knew what was going on, my brother was off to jail. He was literally getting dragged away in a black and white pinstripe suit. I watched my mom and dad in the courtroom and then later at home that night, just absolutely shattered. Good people, my mom and dad, blue collar people. We had about 20 foster kids come through our house growing up. We adopted my brother, and to watch them go through this and to watch what happened to my brother, I couldn't just simply go back to the life that I was living and do nothing. I sat in my brother's room, I looked around, I said, when he gets out, everything's gonna be different. The technology is gonna be different, the TV is gonna be different, he's gonna miss out on all this time. And I wrote him a letter that night. I said, you know, Tony, Anthony, your sentence is 15 years of incarceration. I'm going to go to school to become a lawyer to get you out. I can become a lawyer in 7 years, and hopefully I'll be able to reach you before your sentence is maxed out. That's where it started for me. That was the genesis of it all. Now, it took me 10 years to become an attorney. And by the time I had gotten out, my brother was getting out of prison that same week. He did about 10 years. So unfortunately, I was not able to help my brother. But the fire in my belly that burned for justice and the fire in my belly that burned against the over-prosecution of innocent people carried with me all along. I represented hundreds of people over the course of 5 years, and then I decided to go out on my own. I knew that being a public defender was going to give me a lot of experience with people, a lot of experience with trials, and then in 2019, on September 13th of 2019, I launched the McBride Law Firm in New York City. God gave me the purpose through the suffering of my brother, through the suffering of my family. Out of something evil, something great and something good was able to come out of it.